Welcome to the top of the morning show. It's your girl TT from the D. And I want to thank you firstly for stopping by and checking us out this morning as we start off the week. It's a short week for some and a long week for others. We're getting ready for those that celebrate the holiday. You're getting ready to embark upon Thanksgiving. For those that do not celebrate the holiday, it's just another day for some. And some people look at it. And then there are those that are dealing with sadness, heartbreak during the holiday season. You don't get a day off, some would say. You know, when we are in a season of missing our loved ones, that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's no day off. And just to give you a news flash, just because the holidays are rolling around, it's one of those pivotal times where it becomes very, very difficult for those who are in grieving season. So this morning, I have some extended family members and loved ones that I know are struggling right now with the loss of a loved one or loved ones. And I just want to say, not only to my extended family and friends and family members, but to the man, woman, boy, or girl that's listening to this episode this morning, you're not alone. And it's okay to grieve Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As long as you don't stay in the grieving seat. I know that we go through a lot when we are missing those we love around the holidays. We have to deal with, if you have someone that's in your immediate home, you know, it's one thing to have to walk past their room or you stumble upon something that belongs to them, sitting during dinner, that chair that was occupied by them. And during the holidays, it's even tougher because where they would have been sitting or something they would have done, if they were the one that carved the turkey or baked a dessert or brought a certain dish or decorated, made a joke, brought a sense of peace, or could have been the hectic one that brought hell with them, they're still going to be missed. In a quirky way, I know that sounds crazy, but they're still going to be missed. Their presence, who they are, their presence again. Holding that seat or that space is already difficult on a daily basis, but when the holidays roll around, they become even more difficult. So I wanted to share 5 tips for coping with holidays during the time after you've lost a loved one. First of all, you have to feel your emotions and be honest about how you feel. I know people have asked you, how you doing? How you holding up? How you taking it? You know, how you rolling? And they're good old, I'm doing better than yesterday, or I'm okay. It's getting easier. Very seldom do we hear someone say, I'm not doing well. For some reason, we as human beings don't know that it's okay to not be okay, as long as we don't stay not okay. See, we all grieve differently and at our own speed. And for all of us that grieve, the holidays can be difficult, especially when it's a new loss. Give yourself space to feel how you feel and be honest with yourself. Be honest with those that inquire how you doing. There's no right or wrong way to experience grief, because it is what it is and it's going to be what it's going to be. Number 2, be realistic with your expectations. And as I said before, it's okay to say no, but be okay saying no. Allow yourself that grace, as others should allow you that grace. If you don't feel up to going to somebody's house or having somebody stop by your house and you just like, just want to just soak it all in. It could be the first holiday without your loved one, or it could be the 10th holiday, so on and so forth with that. But not allowing yourself to say, no, we'll make it even worse for you. You can't put yourself in a position of wondering and worrying about other people's feelings about you not showing up because you're not ready to show up. And then you show up and it's like you're not there. You ever seen somebody be somewhere physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally, they were not present? Don't be that person. Now, I will say participate as much as you can. And it does do you a world of good to be around others during the holidays. I know you might not want to hear that, but it does. You don't got to stay all day. But just to be around others, love, sharing memories of that loved one that's no longer here, it helps. But again, if you feel like, it's too fresh, I'm not doing good, I don't want to, let it be known. Be honest and say, you know what, I'm just in a funky zone right now and I don't want to bring this energy. I want everybody to have a good time, but if I feel a little bit up to it later, maybe I'll stop by. Let's be honest. Number 3, incorporate your loved ones in the holiday tradition. During the holidays, find ways to incorporate something special about them. Some people like candles. You see that's a tradition for some. Some people will go ahead and set the place setting for that person. And they'll say, no, that's where so-and-so would sit. For those that celebrate Christmas and you have a tree, some put ornaments on their tree. A memento of their presence, their life, their legacy. Just because they're not here in the physical doesn't mean they're not here, because they are very much here in your heart, and they always will be. But you have to find a way to continue to always remember them, because they were here in the physical. And just because they're not here in the physical any longer, that doesn't mean that you can forget about them or that you even want to forget about them. They'll always be with you. Always. Some people, and this is number 4, some people create memorial funds and donations to a charity during the holiday. You might say, hey, in honor of so-and-so, we're collecting something in their behalf. And if it was something they concerned themselves with, let's just say your loved one, your friend, had a heart for the misplaced, homeless, or people that had less than. Create something that they really would have enjoyed. If they cooked, and say, you know what, let's make their favorite dish and go and share it. Just an idea. And a nice way to give back, considering that if that was something that your loved one or the person you're thinking of would have done or did do. And the last and 5th one is ask for and accept help. Sometimes you need help. Ask them if they could bring you a plate by. Ask them if they mind going, when they go to the grocery store, if they mind, if you ain't gonna go out, and you just say, if you could just grab me a couple things, I really don't even want to go out. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. If you want to get gifts, but you don't feel like wrapping and all that, ask somebody. Hey, do you mind wrapping a couple things for me? You ain't got to get the same person to wrap everything, but yeah, solicit help. Especially these young people, they love doing stuff like that. If you know a loved one, or if you know somebody who's grieving and it's a hard time for them in the holiday, Make them a plate. Invite them over. They may not feel like cooking. Hopefully, if you're that person, somebody will invite you. But again, if you don't feel like going, it's okay. We have to acknowledge how we feel. And the holidays can be very, very tough and rough for those that have lost a loved one. Some people, again, don't choose to celebrate holidays, but they still get that feeling, right? Because maybe the person that they're missing did celebrate. And they're thinking like, oh, this was their favorite holiday, or this person would do this. And so now they're heavy on their mind or heart. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Don't ignore how you're feeling. It's not right. And if you want to heal and you want to be stronger, acknowledge it. Own it. If you need to cry, cry. But remember, you can't stay in that sunken place. They wouldn't want you to. They would want you to be as full of life now as you were when they were here. I'm willing to bet that. Well, that's all I have for you on this beautiful Monday morning. I hope it wasn't too heavy of a little segment this morning, but as we're getting closer to Thanksgiving, I'm very aware that there's a lot of people that's struggling and don't have their loved ones. Miss them terribly and really don't know what to do or how to cope. And maybe something I said can help you or help them, or spark a little light to get them going. I hope that you'll tune in tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for the top of the morning show. Until then, it's your girl TT from the D, and I'll see you soon.